Hi. Hi. Good
Hi, how are
afternoon. Hi.
you?
Good. You are looking great.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Thank you, so
uh,
are you.
yeah, thank you. So I'm actually trying to do the recording now on another
Okay.
phone.
All
Yeah.
right, you can do that, and I will say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, Calvin. Nice to see all of you guys today. I'm here with Adeline.
Okay. Okay. So we are done. Hi everyone. Okay. We have Faisal, Alam, Ken. Wow. We have a vampire hunter. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna give a little bit time for them to join in. Have
Calvin,
you had?
Calvin, Calvin Koo has said that my love language is food, and he's not wrong.
Actually, I was also mentioning about this love language for food because during the pandemic, people send food to each other, right? I was like,
Yeah,
hey, food is actually one of the love language, the
love
new one.
languages.
Yeah,
That's so true.
yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start lah. So welcome. We are very fortunate to have you today to join us, Danielle. Um, uh, Before we start, would you want to introduce yourself, your background, and everything? Because
Yes,
it's
sure.
very interesting. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Danielle. You can call me Dan. And where do I start? I have been in the scene since I have no idea, way back 8, almost 10 years ago. And I started out as a model, and then I proceeded to becoming a blogger, content creator, social media influencer, key opinion leader, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then soon after becoming a model, I became a radio personality, and I'm currently I'm currently on Fly FM right now with my own radio show from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that is basically my full time, but I do a lot of other things on the side as well, because if you're good at it, get paid, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I also have my own company where I do influencer management, and I help influencers get awesome opportunities to work with brands to just have fun and create. So yeah, that's a little something about me. I also was a DJ for a while, for about 2.5 years, full-time DJ. So I've been everywhere doing loads of things. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I wanted you to do your own introduction, because you have quite a lot of backgrounds. Like, I was looking at your profile. I was like, wow, you do a lot of things, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I think it's best for you to introduce yourself, because it will be more exciting coming from you. And oh man, you are really a girl with multi talent.
Thank you.
I, that's why I'm very excited today, because we get to have you on board with us for Play Malaysia, and we're gonna talk about the topic of love for the month of February. And I think not many people is aware of the love language that we have. I mean,
Yeah.
in the market, yeah, not many of, because especially when they talk about the love that you receive and the love that you give is actually very
Yes.
different. So that's why the month of love, and actually the pandemic right now that we are having, like we are at home and everything. I think our team actually come up with that to create the awareness of love language.
That's great.
Yeah, that's why
Thank
we
you.
are very
I
yeah
just want
yeah.
to say thank you for having such an awesome topic, because I feel like love language is such an important part of communication, and I'm just ready to talk about it and
Yep.
share why I feel like it's so important, not only for relationship wise, but in your
Yep.
career, in your family life,
Yep.
with your friends. So
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the standard question first. Then later we're
Sure.
gonna go free and easy. Okay.
Okay.
So in time, the time like we are going through the pandemic, the COVID, everything, actually this is the time when we need love the most, because some people are not aware that actually when we are cooped in the indoor, especially because we are not allowed to go out and distract ourselves anymore like we used to, like, because like for example before pandemic we would always go for a tea, go for coffee anytime we want, anywhere we want, go for travel, book a flight ticket and meet anyone anywhere without any restriction, right? So because of the COVID situation right now, we are all forced to stay in, and it's not just 1 week, 2 weeks, it has been a year really. When you look at it, it's since last year, right? So it's a compounded effect where people slowly get, one of the major stress that people is they get lonely, they are deprived of human touch and everything, right? So so recently, actually, there's this famous app called the Clubhouse, right? And and every night I was listening to some kind of the mental awareness kind of talk, and a lot of them, they said that because of the COVID, they actually went into depression, like they went into like then not much of a self-love and stuff like that. So that's why I think to the very basic of knowing how you receive love and how you give love is very important. That's why the love language is here for this month. So just to start with, Danielle, what is your love language? Okay, let me brief everyone that is listening right now that we actually have five love language. The first love language will be the words of affirmation, whereby when people have this words of affirmation language, they can do a long distance relationship, because all they need is just affirmation of words.
You're great.
Right?
I love you. Special.
So those people with love of affirmation kind of love language, they can do LDR. They can do like long distance. Okay, and the second one will be act of service. This act of service, they only feel love when they feel they are being serviced, like maybe a cup of water or a massage or hug. Not hug.
If I'm tired and my partner does something for me, that's service.
The third one will be receiving gifts. Like I think this is very common, but maybe not the major one, but it actually everyone would love receiving gifts. The fourth one will be quality time. The quality time comes with many forms. It can be in person, it can be online, it can be over the phone, everything can. So, and the last one will be physical touch. So there's 5 of it. So Danielle, what is your major love language? The number one
okay, so,
that you can't live without?
The number one, and I have to tell you that I took a love language test, and my percentage was 33% for my top love language, and it is physical touch. So I wasn't surprised at all with the results, because I'm a very affectionate person. And when I say physical touch, I don't mean intimate touch, you know. We don't have to be doing intimate things all the time.
Yes.
But it's more like, you know, I rather cuddle, a hug. I feel like I want to be physically connected with to my partner. If we're watching television together and he's sitting at the end of the couch, it's fine, but I want to be like holding hands or physically connected in a way where like, okay, that's my form of security, that you know, that I get to, because physical touch, you can see the love, you can feel the love. So that's why I feel like the top of my list in terms of love language is physical touch.
How about a secondary one?
Secondary is quality time, and that is 27%. So like, I love spending time with my partner. We don't even have to be doing anything fancy or spending a lot of money or you know, doing anything crazy. I just love to spend quality time where I'm not on my phone constantly, or they're not on their phone constantly. We're not thinking about work, and we don't even need to talk or like face to face. We could just have that quality time and just watch a Netflix movie and you know, sometimes reminisce about the first day that we met, our first date, stuff like that. She wants attention too. That's one of my marketing posters. So so yeah, that's quality time. That falls second. And then third is words of affirmation, and that's 23%. I also love to be it's not more of like I'm proud of you, but it's more like I miss you, I care for you, and you're doing great, stuff like
Yeah.
that. That
Yeah.
really makes me feel like, okay, I'm like, although you know that you're doing a good job at work, you do
Yeah.
want to be recognized
Yes.
for doing a great job, or for being level-headed, or for being hardworking, but by your partner. I think it hits
Yeah.
different when your partner acknowledges that you're doing a good job, or
Yeah.
you're beautiful, you look good today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So words of affirmation, and then acts of service. So it's just, one thing I love my partner doing is that after a long day, he'll give me like a back rub. And that's like act of service and physical touch all in one. So
And
I'm just
yes,
like,
and
okay.
quality time and
Yeah,
everything.
and
Yeah.
quality time.
Yeah.
So small things like that, it doesn't have to be very like a big gesture like flowers
Yeah.
every day, or every other week, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of girl that like celebrates monthsaries or anniversaries, because I think that long-term wise, all these things not really a big deal for me, because along the way it's more important to show like your love to your partner along the way,
Yeah.
rather than, okay, it's our 10-month anniversary, what do we do? Although it's fun, we can go do fun things, but I
Yeah.
rather mini acts of service throughout the entire relationship,
Yeah.
doing your day together, even if you have like two hours together, and then it's like work starts. I think that is a very great window to show how much you love them, by like, oh, you're busy, okay, let me make your coffee for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. And then
Yeah.
last but not least, it's receiving gifts.
Yeah.
Now I know you're gonna ask me how my love language has changed, but I have to say that it used to be like receiving gifts on top of the list.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
like,
Yes.
but then as I grow older, I appreciate the like words of affirmation and quality time, as
Yeah.
opposed to like, here's a Pandora bracelet that I got for you because I thought about you, and like, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I was kind of like, wow, okay, my love language has changed like drastically ever since,
Yes.
like, God knows when. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, and receiving gifts. That's my order.
Yeah. Basically, actually, we all have these 5 love languages in us somehow. We
Yeah.
actually appreciate each of them, but there are always a sequence of what we actually prioritize, that we really want it, like we will want that like all the time, which is for you will be the physical touch, because when you have physical touch, there will be quality time, and then you have everything. But at the same time, when they hug you and while on the phone, then that's okay, put your phone down,
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, so it's interesting because you are aware of it after you do the test, but before you do the test, were you aware of it?
Yeah, actually, well, this isn't my first time doing the test. I've done the love language test a few times in my life.
Yeah.
And when I'm single, when I'm not single, and currently now I'm single. So I recently did the test before this interview. But before knowing this whole love language quiz, it was a friend of mine who talked to me about my love language quiz first. Before knowing it, I never knew anything about love language, and I think I think if I knew my love language before this, I think a lot of relationships that I had would have worked out differently.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody's love language is different, right?
Different.
Like, yeah. So I want you to do this for me because I feel love, but the way that person shows love is different, because their love language is different.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I feel like, oh, they don't love me as much because they didn't do this for me. But
correct.
Yeah, but growing up, I was like, oh, I should be looking at what my partner does for me rather than what I expect them or what I want them to. Yeah, so knowing about love language really helped me communicate more effectively in my relationship.
Yeah.
Not only this current one, but previous relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's very important for you to know your love language, for you to encourage your partner to understand your love language and their love language, so you guys can, you know, can
Sing.
communicate. Yeah, can
Yeah.
sing, can communicate
Yeah.
as best as you guys can. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all the one that you mentioned is all how you feel love. How about how you show love? What do you normally do?
Oh, okay. Good question. Most of the times, I'm a very, how do I say that? I'm very affectionate, but I like to do things for my partner to make them feel appreciated. So it's like I'm usually the one that wants to pay for dinner or buy things or get my partner flowers. Like I think a couple of my guy,
Oh.
like my yeah, like I think a lot of them are usually like my current partner. The first time I got him flowers, he was like,
Yeah.
"What? Guys don't get flowers?" And I'm like, "Why not? Why can't guys get flowers? Why can't girls give guys flowers?" So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's easy as I'm a giver.
Yeah.
I like to get attention as much as I like to give attention.
Yeah.
So whether it's like, even though my like receiving gifts is like at the bottom of the list, in terms of, you know, accepting,
Yeah.
I like to, oh, Henry the Hare, that's actually my partner and he's watching right now. So Henry.
Hi.
Hi. But yeah, I think I like to show affection by giving things, and it's not necessarily like physical things, but I like to give hugs. I like to cook for them. One of my biggest love languages to show affection and comfort is to cook for my partner. Like I just love to, if they're not hungry, I don't care. I'm gonna do something to, you know, make sure they're not like hungry, or they know that they're loved, and it's comfort food, so it's like comforting and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's one of my ways to show love and affection is to cook for them.
So it's more like act of service plus gifts.
Yeah.
Like you give. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, because some people they the way they show love is words of affirmation, or they will send text and there was quality time and all. And when you acknowledge that your words of affirmation of giving is act of service and gifts, then once your partner knows that that's how you show your love, then they will pay attention in that. Like so moving on, what is your partner's love language? Okay, Henry the Hare.
Yeah, sorry, you cut off for a while and I'm just trying to wait for, yeah, it's okay, but
okay.
I got the last part. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So what is his love language? Have you gotten him to get the test, do the test, or you know all this
Yeah,
one? What is his love language?
The first time I actually got him to do the test, I was really shocked because we both have similar love languages.
Yeah.
So he is definitely physical touch first, and if I'm not mistaken, quality, it's almost the same. I think it was just the percentage that was a bit different.
Yeah.
But it's really the same. So yeah, but I feel like even though me and my partner have similar love languages,
Yeah.
he still communicates a bit differently, and I expect him to communicate a bit differently, but we learn and we adapt. We try to understand, okay, if you're not doing this for me, what are you actually doing to make me feel like this? So I feel so bad, you know?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, my partner has, it's so much easier when when your partner has a similar love language.
Yeah. Yes.
When they crave physical touch, so you don't feel like you're too clingy or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
yeah, so it just feels really nice to finally find someone that talks that has a similar love language. It just makes it easier. But there are times where it's like, oh my gosh, I am getting agitated because I would like you to do this more. I would like you to say this more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, we're all adults here. We're in a mature relationship. So I try my best not to control my partner and say like, oh, can you do this because it makes me feel this way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I try to let them understand that like, this is how I
feel love.
love. Yeah, this is how I feel love and appreciate it. So
Yeah.
like if it won't, it doesn't hurt to like go a little bit out of your way to kind
Yeah.
of like do stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I believe when we were younger, there are some certain obvious love language where some guys they don't like their love language is not words of affirmation. They don't text much, and then the
Yeah.
girl will be like words of affirmation like, why don't you reply my text, and why don't you text me in the morning, say good morning, because we all gone through that stage where when I was much younger, I would crave for like my partner to send me morning text messages. Then you didn't say good night before you sleep. You just went off to bed. Yeah, something like that. Or it's my birth or monthly anniversary, or I don't have any gifts. Like, why didn't you give me gifts? Because at that point we do not know about love language, and maybe that person's love language is more towards physical touch. So you only feel love when you meet each other. You don't feel love when you don't meet each other. That kind of thing. Yeah. That's why when I get to know about the love languages, I actually finally realized, like you said, we can do so much better in our past relationship when we knew about the love languages. That's why we that's the reason why we want to make an awareness, because especially during the tough times right now, and you and your partner, you guys, I assume that you guys are staying together, so normally you go off to work and everything, right? Then you see each other not that often, but once lockdown happens, you see 24/7. So moving on to the next question, like during this, I mean, I just modify a little bit during this lockdown. How do you avoid? Do you have conflict? Does it cause having more time together? Does it cause more conflict, or is there any way around it? I mean, knowing the love, you get what I mean? Something along that side. Yeah. Because but both of you are quality time. So that works.
Yeah, it really works. Well, for those of you who are interested to hear that, it's been crazy, been conflict all the time, lockdown, like couples, right?
Yeah.
But we are part of we love spending time together. We love like if we were both in a situation where we were working from home and we were spending so much time together.
Yeah.
But it was fun for us. Like we've said it multiple times to one another that like, we don't care about MCO because we have each other, so it doesn't matter.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I'm really like lucky and super blessed that like I have a partner that doesn't mind spending all their time, but at the same time we know we have responsibilities. So even though we're together all the time, we're still able to do our own work and do our own stuff. So but with that being said, I'm really glad and happy to know that like there hasn't been a single time where we've had like a fight or like get out of my space, get out of my space. But I think it's all about communication, and if your partner wants to have their me time, then let them have their me time. You don't have to be with them all the time. But if your partner likes physical touch but you like to have your me time, maybe take into consideration your partner's love language and how they feel and what will make them happy. And it's all about give and take, sacrifice. It comes with being in a relationship, right? You can't have it all. So I like to go in thinking that like every relationship can have conflict despite knowing your love language or not. But if you know your love language, it will help you a bit more to kind of avoid conflict.
That's good, because I noticed that now that you share, you and your partner have similar love language, then I think the possible of conflict actually minimized to the minimum, because the top one is quality time. What can you ask for, right? This MCO, more quality time.
Exactly.
Yes, some like I've spoken to a few couples, and some of them was like, I can't stand being together all the time, and because because their love language is not quality time. Their love language maybe is words of affirmation and stuff like that. And then some of them, their love languages are not physical touch. So they said,
Yeah.
but the guy, mostly their love language is physical touch, number one. So it's like, I can't stand when I'm working and my partner come and hug me. I can't stand that.
Oh
So,
my goodness. Oh, that's so I feel for that, because like
yeah,
I love it when I'm doing my work and then my
yeah,
partner's doing the work, and then
yeah,
sometimes I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's doing, and I'll just go
yeah,
over and like kachao him, and then we'll have a
uh-huh,
little moment. So
yeah,
I think those are the little moments that I appreciate. But you know,
mm-hmm.
every couple is programmed differently.
Yes,
So,
correct. Yep,
you know,
yep,
I can't say like, oh, that's wrong, you should try
yeah,
this, or I'm
yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
I should try
yeah,
this, because
yeah,
every couple is different.
yeah,
Yeah, I just hope that people, you know, learn to understand
yeah,
how, you know, each other's love languages, and I'm sure it can help them, you know, kind of work their way around the conflict.
yeah. Yeah, that's why once they understand love language, they, oh, they, once they realize that, oh, my partner come and hug me, all of a sudden it's because that he's just trying to show affection, and I just
Yeah,
have to embrace it. I just have to enjoy it rather than, get your hands off me, I'm working, That's what,
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So with knowing the love language, we will be able to minimize the conflict and the misunderstanding, and you feel sometimes you feel agitated, but it's actually not. When you understand the love language, you will feel like, oh,
Yeah,
you embrace it. Yeah, that's why it's very
embrace
important.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So how has your love language developed over the pandemic period? I think this is nothing to you because you already doing very well over the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another couple that I've interviewed, and they said that, oh, I actually needed a room by myself because I can't work with my partner in the same room. I can't focus and stuff like that. So yeah,
Oh,
for you it's very special because both of you sing very well. I think
yeah, yeah.
you should be very very proud of that actually, because actually very,
100%
yeah,
rare.
very very rare that you both
It's
are
very
enjoying it.
rare. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
But
good.
who knows? Maybe in a year or 2 or 3 years, he'll get annoyed of me and he'll be like,
Yeah,
"Dan, leave me alone." You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'll touch wood. I hope that day never comes.
yeah.
But yeah,
Cause
we have learned to just um, like just sing very well together, so that
mm,
we, you know, we can work together in the same room. We don't need to
mm,
talk 24/7 or whatever, but we
mm-hmm.
still know that like there's love in the air, and you know,
Yeah.
so
No, that's nice. Okay, so
yeah.
um uh okay, the last question will be what tips do you have for relationship during lockdown? Actually, we already gone through it. Like you said, that knowing each other's love language and just sync, learn how to work together. When you
Yeah.
actually when you really uh, love someone, you will work towards
100%. Yeah.
understanding each other and everything, right? So I think
Actually,
that's
I
the
think one good
mm-hmm.
tip for people, for couples in
Yeah,
lockdown, and this is based on experience, because my partner
yeah,
and I are still doing
yeah,
it up until today.
yeah,
Ever since we were locked down together,
yeah.
is to cook together. Try cooking
That's nice.
together.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
instead of ordering from Grab food, you know,
yeah.
if on a weekend or something, it doesn't have to be right after a long day of work when you guys are like
Mm-hmm.
back from work or something.
Yeah.
Find a nice long weekend and think about what you like to eat, and then
Mm-hmm.
go find a recipe and cook it with
Mm-hmm.
your partner.
Oh,
So I think it's a great way to like bond
yes.
and you know, encourage teamwork, because
Yeah,
essentially you're in a team.
yeah,
It's both of you against the world. So
yeah.
my one tip for couples out there in lockdown is try cooking together. I swear it's
Mm,
so fun, because at
mm-hmm.
the end of the day you guys get to sit down and spend more quality time and
Yeah,
eat.
yeah,
So doing that was one of my favorite ways to not only get to know my partner, but
yeah.
to know my partner more better,
Mm-hmm.
better, but also just spend quality time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I can imagine like maybe he's cooking, you are doing the dishes back to back, and then
Yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah. I'm taking the
Yeah.
towel and I'm spanking him just for fun, you know? So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
it's a great way
yeah,
to bond.
yeah. It's quite fun actually. That's why every couple has to find their own click, like their own way
Yeah.
to sync and to bond. And there are, like, for example, my husband, he doesn't step into the kitchen. Like, he's not a kitchen guy. I can't remember when was the last time he fried an egg, you know. So that wouldn't work for me. But yeah. So yeah, great
That's cute.
tip,
But at the
Danielle.
end of the day, there's so many other things to like, you know, to do together. Like you guys
Yeah.
can work out together, or you guys can just pick a movie and like after
Yeah.
that critique it like
Yeah.
professional, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many things that as a couple just find what suits you and then
Yes.
stick to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So to conclude this session, it's very important for us to know our love language, how we show
Yeah.
love, and how we feel love. And at the same time, actually, it's very important for us to also not only our partner, but our parents, for those who have kids, for those who have siblings, to get to know their love language and show the right way so that they will feel love. So this is to, once you feel love, your mental stress will go down. You
Exactly.
people, who knows, you will help someone, like once they feel love, like let's say they just work this person whose love language is words of affirmation, and this maybe he's feeling down, and you just send a text and it will help, you know, that kind of thing.
100%. Yeah.
And you just call and then say hi, and then it's a quality time that spending together, just to chit chat. It helps. Yeah. So knowing the love language is very, very important. I think through this pandemic is very crucial to maintain the feeling love kind of feel, you know. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
To remove the loneliness, basically. Yeah. Because
100%.
like for me also, I feel like I'm disconnected. Like so we always have phone calls and all just to connect, and especially social media also play a very important role.
Plays a role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So more Insta stories, more more comments and everything. Yeah, it really draw us closer together.
Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Together. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Danielle, for today.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the session. This is just a quick chit chat. Yeah. So thank you for having us, and then thank you for joining us for this Love Language Month. Be our ambassador for love language. And so for those who tune in for today, I hope you guys go and get the test done and know your love language, and get your partner to get the test done so you know their love language, and you can minimize the whatever thing that you're going through this pandemic, so that everyone will improve their relationship in terms of feeling love and giving love. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.